So let's have a little chat, shall we? It's a lot of bullshit going on right now, with the so called coronavirus and all that old bullshit. Here's why I'm not worried. My ancestors came to me several times in a dream, along with Oya, and showed me what was coming. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the dream, but let's just say my dreams tell me what's to come. And that's all I'm going to say. This is why it's very important to work with your ancestors, to build a relationship with them, to put out food for them, to recognize and acknowledge their energy. Because a lot of people work with ancestors for money and stuff like that, and you can do that. It's nothing wrong with that. But ancestors also are useful for times like this. Because what people may not understand is that ancestors help you to spread out things when you have little or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? No, everybody is in a panic right now. Everybody's buying up all the toilet paper, all the water, all the food. See, I'm not worried because, like I said, I was preparing for this when I was getting my dreams and my signs from my ancestors and from Oya. Oya came to me twice because I didn't get it the first time. But the second time I got it when she came to me. She came to me in the form of a hurricane. I will say that much. And she told me what the motherfucking what's up was. See, Oya, all of those energies are part of the pantheon of deities and energies that I am part of. So actually, that was a higher aspect of me coming to myself to let me know what was getting ready to take place. See, I've been preparing for this, and it's only just me here in my, where I live at. It's only just me. So I don't have a lot of people to, feed or whatever the case may be or anything like that. All I have to worry about is myself. But I have been preparing for this because, like I said, my ancestors and my energies let me know what the fuck was going on and what was getting ready to come. I didn't necessarily know it was going to be in the form of a coronavirus, but I knew something was going to come that was going to cause a massive shift. But let me tell you something else that's very interesting. While everybody is panicking, I noticed something that started happening to me. While everyone is panicking and losing their minds and going to the store buying up all the motherfucking toilet paper. I don't know what toilet paper is going to do, but okay, I get it. Everybody's buying up all the goddamn toilet paper, all the towel paper and shit like that. I'm good. I'm good. you know but I don't know if people have been noticing, but there's been a major shift in the energy. I feel lighter. I feel like the planet is not as intense. So while everyone is panicking, no one is paying attention. See, the people that are only the real people, and I'm talking about the real motherfucking niggas, the real motherfucking niggas that got that fucking real motherfucking nigga energy. Let me say that. The real motherfucking niggas who got that consciousness, that fucking knowledge and wisdom and so forth. We know what's really going on. You feel what I'm saying? This is a shift into a higher state of consciousness. So I don't even feel like coronavirus and all this other bullshit. I don't even feel like this shit is really going to affect me because I don't feel like I'm in that dimension. I feel as though I'm looking from afar, from another dimension. And see, that confirms another dream that I had maybe a month or two ago, where I was afar in a beautiful place, the most beautiful trees. They had purple leaves. I've never purple leaves. It was just a beautiful like garden, not garden, but like a beautiful field. And I was above it. I was like the sun that was shining down on it. I don't even feel as though that I'm attached to that reality anymore fully. Don't get me wrong, I'm still in it, but I'm not of it. And I think that this coronavirus situation is also a shift taking place that's taken us to a higher state of consciousness or to a higher, I guess you can say, a higher dimension. And that would explain some of the turmoil that people have been going through for the past 3 or 4 years, myself included, because it was preparing our bodies, our spirits for that transition. This is a fucking transition. I said all that to say this. This is a major motherfucking transition. And while people are stockpiling food and water and spreading all this fear and pandemonium, there's a difference between being cautious, prepared, and spreading fear so you can get motherfucking money in your motherfucking pocket. There's a difference between that, between those three. Because real spiritualists are going to tell you, or real shamans, which is what I am a shaman. I'm a real motherfucking shaman because that is what I do. I am the occult view. Okay? Real shamans and spiritualists and warlocks, I'm all that motherfucking shit, by the way. What we do is we see and we know what's really happening. That's why a lot of this panic that's going on, it's not affecting me. Don't get me wrong, I have my moments, shit, because I'm still in this motherfucking dimension too. But there's another part of me that is not here. I'm communicating with a higher aspect of myself. And that higher aspect of myself is telling me you ain't got nothing to worry about. And we call them the ancestors. We call them deities, which is all part of our subconscious mind. So what's really taking place is a major motherfucking shift, and a lot of other spiritualists that are reputable, they've been talking about 2020 was going to be a major shift into a higher and into another state of consciousness. So that is why I don't feel any major fear or any panic behind this. Because I may be in this dimension, but I'm not of it. And as a matter of fact, I don't get cold. I've never had a flu vaccine. I've never had a flu vaccine, and I've never had the flu. I've had colds. I'm 40 motherfucking years old. I've never had the flu. There are people that are younger than me that get sick all the time. I'm 40 years old. I don't get sick and I don't have any major health problems. Just sinuses and stuff like that. And sometimes my blood sugar ain't always the best. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but that's something we can, all work on because I like sweets, child. I mean, who don't? Or whatever the case may be. But other than that, I don't have any major problems. And not only that, I'm going to tell you something else. Here's another sign for those of us who are in tune with that higher vibration. you will notice that the aging process is not as rapid for some of us. It's not as rapid for me because a lot of people can't even believe that I'm 40. They think that I'm still in my 20s. And that's not, I'm not saying that to brag. I know people are going to say melanin and all that. No. Well, yeah, but what's really happening is our bodies are vibrating on a higher vibration, those of us who are on that vibration. So the aging process is much slower. We're not aging. See, this is what they're not going to tell you. So anything that arises in this dimension, it's not going to have a full effect on me because, like I said, I am in this dimension, excuse me, but I'm not of it. I'm not of it. I'm not of this dimension. Now, again, concern, caution, whatever. But fear, nah. Nah. So, with this pandemic that they're calling a pandemic, as real spiritualists and real occultists and as shamans and all that shit, we see what's really happening. I am seeing portals open up right in front of my motherfucking eyes. And see, portals are not always some big motherfucking massive opening. Portals can be as small as a motherfucking raindrop or as small as a grain of motherfucking sand. Get into that. I've been seeing portals open up right in front of me. So that's my take on the coronavirus. It has no effect on me. And it has no effect on real spiritualists, those of us who are real in this motherfucking shit. And it doesn't, being a spiritualist is not always about you helping other people. It's about you helping yourself elevate your consciousness. It's not about getting no fucking money and all that low vibrational bullshit that people attach themselves to. It's about you getting something that's far more valuable than money, which is esoteric knowledge, having control of your mind, being God and controlling your own reality. That's what it's about. So that's my stance on the coronavirus. That's all I really have to say. I'm good. I'm good. There was one more thing I wanted to say. But for those people who are still trapped totally in that reality, totally, I mean totally trapped, one of the things that you can do to help limit your excuse me, something is distracting me right now. Let me listen to see what that is. Okay. What you can do to help limit, your chance of contracting it, you have to have good oral hygiene. That is one of the things that the spirit showed me. You have to have very good oral hygiene. Brush your teeth, floss, and go to the motherfucking dentist because a lot of bacteria lives in between your teeth, and viruses and shit can live in between your teeth. And a lot of people don't even floss. See, I floss. Even if you don't go to the dentist, you need to floss. Floss your teeth, brush your teeth, and make sure that your oral hygiene is up to par, so the virus cannot transmit through your mouth. Because your mouth can be a very nasty fucking place, especially if you are, and it can be a breeding ground for a lot of bacteria and viruses. Oral hygiene. Also, keep prune juice on hand. And keep laxatives on hand like citrate magnesium to keep your system and your digestive system. Your digestive system is another part of your anatomy that can hold on to viruses and bacteria if it's not being properly, if you are not properly eliminating the shit out of your system. So keep prune juice on hand and keep citrate magnesium on hand. I've been telling people this for the longest time, that it doesn't mean that you won't get it, but you can do things to limit the possibility. And if you do, it won't be a fatality for you. Okay? So good oral hygiene and keep your digestive system flowing good. See, I've been drinking. People used to laugh at me because I was drinking prune juice when I was in my 20s. That's why now that I'm in my 40s, almost 41, I don't have any issues with my digestion. And your digestion really determines how youthful you look, because if you're defecating and getting all that waste out of your body, then that eliminates a lot of those what do they call it, free radicals and shit like that, that causes your cells and your organs to break down. So prune juice, citrate magnesium. I would say go for the prune juice because that has minerals and stuff in it. You can get organic, or you can get the sun, what do they call it, sun sweet or whatever. I get the regular. I don't get the organic prune juice. That shit too fucking expensive. I go right and get the goddamn sun sweet. I think it's called sun sweet prune juice. That's what I buy. Keep that on hand because you're going to need it. I've been preparing for this for a long time. I've been preparing my body and my mind. I've been doing a lot of meditation and shit like that, and a lot of grounding to keep my motherfucking self grounded, so I won't panic, so I won't be upset. And that is why I'm not worried. And I will be going to the grocery store sometime this motherfucking week. I don't know when, but I will be going because I want to go for myself and see what the fuck they got in there. And I'm not wearing no motherfucking mask. I'm not. But anyway, that's all I have to say. That's my take on the coronavirus. That's my occult view. And that's all I have to say.